and he had already perceived within himself Jesus being.
The difference between what we see and what God sees.
So I was just reading John 5. And one thing God, the Spirit, was dealing with me about for a lot of what he has given us as believers is there is spiritual qualifiers that must be met in order to operate in kingdom business like he's called us to. So for instance, in John 5, it talks about the man that was by the pool of Bethesda, and he was sick for over 30-something years. But while he was sick and laying by this pool, Jesus found him. Inside of this perception, Jesus was able to perceive about the man. He also knew that he had qualifiers inside of that man that would qualify him to answer the question that Jesus had appropriately. Now, the way that the story continues is Jesus asked the question, will you be made well? And the man's response was more logical than it was like spiritual. And it was that like, man, I would, but like anytime that the water bubbles up, the pool of Bethesda was like a well that used to be troubled by angels and people would get healed in it. He's like, well, nobody's there to put me into the well, and somebody always gets in before me. And then Jesus gave him a simple instruction. He was just like, yes. Was the answer to the man's question was yes. He would, but then Jesus sat there, just gave a simple instruction and was pick up your bed and walk. So guess what the man did? He picked up his bed, even though he knew he was lame, and he walked.